Start the show.
We should start the show. I'm gonna go ahead share that right quick.
Oh, he's gonna share it, then we're gonna start it.
What are you sharing?
I'm gonna share
the rink.
The rink. Yeah. Keep pounding. I think.
Tell like
shit.
Tell us like a
shit.
joke or something. No.
Oh, in the meantime?
You tell a joke. Tell a good joke.
Good joke. I'm not a comedian, man. I can't just whip out a joke.
Tell a joke.
Please tell a joke.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
No, I'm telling you to tell a knock knock joke.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
We're just killing time until we actually get this link sheet.
We do have somebody here. We're going to come back to the comments, so you just watch this. What we do, we sit around in
Look at each other.
the man cave here at Splinter Central, which unfortunately is now going to become
Splinter Central.
a
second,
nursery
second
for
baby room.
Baby numero dos.
I'm like stacked those mothers right on top of each other. Like
They're not mothers. Leah's the mother.
Yeah, Leah's the mother. I'm the father.
Well, I try not to use the bad word. I watched a lot of movies with foul language last night. So yeah, I'm prompted. I'm trying to watch my language.
I would be the motherfucker.
I'm offended.
You are a motherfucker.
You're pointing this over there. It's not fucking...
I was talking to the jacket.
You were talking to the jacket?
Yeah, you were. I can't see shit with this.
I am the motherfucker.
You?
I just work here.
You fuck some moms?
Mm-mm.
Ever?
Nope. I'm a virgin.
I might have had sex with a mom or two.
Yeah?
Yeah, that would make me a mother sexer.
You were still pointing it.
This is so not about the Panthers.
No. Welcome to the Panthers Poundcast, where we talk about motherfuckers and,
assorted happenings.
You're still pointing it over at the flag.
I don't. We gotta stop it. We gotta ignore that.
This is we gotta focus
I'm
on
focused over here on the cameraman.
Actual
hey
video.
Tim,
we're gonna put up the actual video on Facebook once this is done.
Hey Tim.
But yeah, hey Tim.
Tim's the cameraman.
Tim, what's up, man?
Tim Tebow.
Welcome to the Panthers Poundcast. I'm Los Pantera.
Jamaica's Plow in the house.
Master Splinter.
And we're here for our monthly podcast YouTube show.
Our monthly get-together where we sit around and
drink coffee.
And act like idiots.
That's
We
us.
don't really have to act like idiots. We are just kind
takes
of idiots.
minimal effort.
Yeah. So...
But we're going to tape our show. We have a bunch of topics we're going to talk about today, and then we're going to come back and get some of these answers. Jay Cameron's here in the house. He's laughing at us.
Yeah.
I would laugh at us too if I didn't know us.
Well, that's good. So we must be doing our job right.
Yeah. This is... just so you people know, the little... Yeah, you people. I don't mean anything by that. You people being the listeners.
I'm out. Cross the line.
We are filming over here.
And looking over there.
Yeah, and looking over here at the Facebook Live.
I got my sweet ink in the...
This is a bad idea. Anyway,
I want to ask you guys a question. Do you want to start with the newest news or start from where we left off?
I think we got to start with where we left off, because if not, I'm gonna get...
We should at least talk about Worley first.
Oh, man.
Just because it's today.
On the way
today news.
Here.
Just happened.
On the way here.
The news.
I had to send them a text message to let them know that cornerback Daryl Worley was arrested at 6 a.m. this morning by the Philadelphia Police Department after becoming what was the word?
They rolled up on his vehicle, blocking a highway, and he was passed out in it. And then he became very disruptive upon being, I guess, harassed by the police.
Well, they woke him up. The guy's trying to take a nap.
He's blocking a highway, and there was a gun recovered on the scene.
He's taking a nap.
He's a piece of shit.
He got tased.
He got tased.
Yeah.
That is a true story.
Don't
he got
tase
tased.
me,
and then they've been a lot of articles and Twitters and tweets and such have come out since this, talking about many Panther sources talking about his commitment, his desire, his focus being all the issues recently.
It kills me that they use the word like a golden ticket, like your body, that's your business. I remember when Jennifer Lopez was hot like 15 years ago, she had like her ass had like a insurance policy on it because she knew the butt is what sold tickets, is what paid her bills. This Daryl Worley guy.
Similar.
Well, no, I'm just saying in regards. He should understand, like, my body, my temple, I need to pay my bills, I want to have a career, and yet this dude is sleeping in
you don't pass out in the middle of a fucking highway.
They got rest areas. They got the word rest in it.
No, he was fucked up, gun on the scene, all stupids. Just not good.
Yeah.
Any drugs?
Not yet.
No bodies in the trunk?
Yeah, they didn't plan any this time.
Sorry, Worley. And I feel like bad for him from a human point, but glad it's not our problem.
Everyone said our Torrey Smith trade was stupid, so at least we look a little less stupid.
Yeah, and now the Eagles are saying that they might release him. So
maybe we could get him back cheaply, perhaps.
Perhaps.
Whatever. That happened today. Daryl Worley, best of luck to being Greg Hardied in the league and being fired soon. Probably. Yeah. That's how it's going to go. And you weren't great anyways. And apparently he had some issues with assault in the college days.
Yeah,
he's
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I think they kept that under wraps. But he had his own rep. He had to have a rep. He's
trouble.
Yeah, there you go.
He's trouble and troubled.
And maybe there's rehabilitation hope, and he's young enough to not screw the rest of his life up. But he's really, really fucked his NFL situation up.
Yeah, I agree.
Because it's not like he's a phenomenal player that is dealing with this.
He's far from phenomenal.
He'll play. I'm thinking as long as he doesn't do anything. Nothing crazy illegal.
Go to the Cleveland Browns,
maybe.
Right, wound up in as I say, Oakland used to
Dallas,
be the joke,
maybe.
but now in Vegas probably not. Dallas, they'd have a lot of criminals. Denver,
Dallas.
Wait, where's Aqib Talib? L.A. That's where he'll end up.
Did you saw that yesterday? Dallas released Des Bryant.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
No.
They said we're not interested in pursuing.
No.
Yeah, they didn't offer him a pay cut. They just straight out released him.
He's also a head case.
And he's had a case of the dropsies. He had like a Devin Funchess type season last year. So
I wouldn't pay what he wants.
Is it indicative of his entire career? He's been pretty consistent. He's Des Bryant.
For the first 3 years, I think he had a really good career. But over the last 2 seasons, he's kind of had the dropsies. He's not had those yards that you expect out of a true number one.
He can be shut down.
But you could blame that on Dak Prescott. So.
Also true. He hasn't had the greatest Romo to him.
When Romo was there, he was lighting it up.
Yeah, right. So that would make sense.
I don't know.
The point is, fuck the Cowboys.
That is a huge point. And
yeah.
I guess let's hit the rewind button. We left off. Have Stewart signing up in the New York, losing Mr. Norwell.
Yep, and we picked up since then Dontari Poe.
That's the biggest move I think
from Atlanta.
Me too. Honestly,
I think great move.
We know them. That's good to know.
We weakened them.
Yes.
By taking a key component.
And it's not as sexy as like a wide receiver pick.
No, they don't.
I ain't worried about it. I'm not saying we can't beat Atlanta.
Oh, we can.
Yeah, I know.
Fuck Atlanta. I'm not even worried about them.
I want at least one win over the Saints. Right, that's my big thing.
Saints,
right now.
and they're getting better too. For some reason, we need Drew Brees to die. I'm sorry to say that on Sunday.
I mean, not literally, but
No, not like hatred.
Older guy.
I'm not talking about it like I want him to have a horrible demise. It's just maybe bus, tractor,
air bubble in the blood.
I hate him to death. So fuck him a lot.
He's more than Matt Ryan.
Yes.
That should be a whole show itself.
Matt Ryan's not deadly. Drew Brees goes in and just mutilates us.
Funny, man.
Matt Ryan's a crybaby with a diaper.
Drew Brees has what 4,000 or 5,000 yard seasons.
And he's our kryptonite.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter how good our team is. He can just thread us up and down and just beat us. It sucks. It sucks knowing someone that's 4 foot tall can just kill our whole team.
I got that Rocky mentality. I'm pulling for the underdog.
I pull for my team.
Yeah, I will never pull for someone in a Saints jersey.
Jay Camara, Martino Martinez, Nikki Salisbury, and T. Preston Phipps, thank you for watching our live broadcast.
Don't try, Bo.
T. Preston has an awesome question. Are we getting Calvin Ridley?
No.
Why?
I don't think he'll be there. Yeah.
I agree with that.
Me too.
College knowledge. College knowledge. No,
I like the Calvin. It reminds me of that comic.
I don't think he'll be there when we pick. And I've seen things that say we might trade up, but I don't put any stock into that kind of thing. Especially, we need those 3rd round picks.
Yeah.
You want to have 4 picks inside the top 100.
But teams in win now mode, you never know what to expect on draft day either. If that player that they're just salivating over, and then a team makes you a friendly move.
They do have that extra,
if he drops to us, I can't imagine passing it.
There's so many variables in the draft that all we can do is speculate, just like the professionals.
All right, there you go.
But you never know. You never know. Good question.
Joe Scott wants to know if we have a realistic pick.
Realistic pick, I think
DJ Moore.
I think Justin Reed.
I've heard his name bantered around.
Justin Reed, Stanford safety.
I want a safety. I would love that for a first pick.
It's such a glaring hole.
Talking about these quarterbacks that are killing us.
If it's not Matt Khalil at safety as our worst player, I'm serious.
Seriously, right now we got Mike Adams, Jarius Byrd, Desmond Southward.
Who?
I think
he's got cool hair.
Honestly, Justin Reed would be a great pick. I'm not against DJ Moore if that happens. Jair Alexander, cornerback, would be interesting.
Didn't go sign Eric Reed.
But yeah, Eric Reed is Justin Reed's brother.
We should get them both. Oh no, never mind. I saw the Khalil experiment. Never mind. Scratch that.
Oh, you can't blame the Reeds for the Khalils.
Yes, I can.
Yeah,
Brothers are terrible. Only worked in Pantera. Then one died. So there you go.
Yeah,
that's
speaking
really
of,
work.
just out of curiosity, did you guys hear about Kaepernick going up to Seattle?
It got
Yes.
shut down, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was supposed to have a workout with Seattle, and they asked him if he intended what his plan was for the moving on from kneeling, and he said he didn't have one because he was planning on continuing to kneel during the anthem, and they postponed his workout, and then they signed another backup quarterback.
How is this even news?
I mean, it just happened, I guess.
It
internet
literally
said it.
happened 3 or 4 days ago.
Because it's his name. Like, he'd say he's willingly not wanting to work.
Yeah.
It depends on your perspective.
Well,
You look at it's a job. There's a place to protest. He did what he did. It's really what he does off the field is what's going to prove anything. You know, if he gave his last contract essentially away to whatever, you know, I admire the guy if he wants to go ahead and do that. But you know, do your job too. Like, so maybe he's just, you know, whatever. You can't have both. Not in this situation.
No.
You did it. You didn't eat. There's a buzz, a vibe through the NFL. They want to avoid the controversy. You saw it with Greg Hardy, the domestic violence stuff. Now Ray Rice, you're never going to play again. Now you're like kneeling. Some people, hey, you know, right behind it. Other people, fuck you. I hate the NFL, and for just another reason, I hate the NFL. And yeah, he needs to stop doing it and work. Do your job. The NFL is a place to play football, not make political statements. I don't think so either. I think he's willingly doing this because he doesn't want to play anymore. Because he's a big Squidward-looking motherfucker.
I literally just don't think anybody wants the headache for a backup quarterback who hasn't taken a snap in 2 years.
Don't you?
He's 30.
Right. Don't you want to please your why does he get his way on this one? I don't agree.
He doesn't get his way. Nobody's paying him.
So what is he going to do?
Go to hell, Colin Kaepernick. That's all I know.
Go to hell.
He sucks.
But
Anyway.
what's going on in the feed? We can answer some more
Marcus
questions.
Smith says, so we go receiver or safety at 24 if we stay there.
I agree that those are probably the best two.
Alexander Horrible, sorry to interrupt, to hell with Cap. We're with you on that
He
one.
does suck. Fuck that guy.
And Joe Scott agrees with us. So now he's saying, do we stay with receiver or safety at 24?
I mean, I think that either one of those is a good option.
Not running back, definitely not replacing Chase Stu. Because I have my...
I think you can do that later in the round.
Right, it exists in the third round.
I mean,
second or third.
I would be mad if we drafted, unless for some goddamn reason, and this will never happen, Saquon fucking Barkley dropped all the way to 24. The guy who's expected to go fourth.
Yeah.
I'd take him. But other than that, we drafted a running back at 8 last year. I would hate to draft running backs back-to-back first rounds.
It's not necessary.
I'm not going to do that. If there was a defensive end worth drafting, I'd draft a defensive end.
That was my third.
Right,
You read my mind. That's it.
absolutely.
Those are your three biggest
Since you
weaknesses
need-
on the Panthers, other than McAloo.
Yeah. I mean, realistically,
Norwell is gone. We have nobody else to blame.
we have Luke and Shaq as linebackers. We've set up Bradbury and Cockrell to be our cornerbacks.
Yeah.
We have, realistically, we have a starting running back. I'd rather have a power back.
His name's Cam Newton.
Yeah. We also have Cam Newton. We
he's
have
pretty
a
good.
solid
He's
team except for defensive end, wide receiver, and safety.
And left tackle.
And wide receiver, honestly, is probably my third.
I hate McAloo.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's.
Well, I'm still hoping
One
Curtis
more
Samuel,
year.
man. Fingers crossed on him to
Well,
come back and give Demir Bird. Yeah, dude. I mean,
I'm
he
going
looks
to
so
give you
nasty.
my hot take. I really don't think Demir Bird's going to be on the team.
No, you don't think?
I disagree.
We're going to carry 5 or 6,
Right.
and you have Funchess, Jarius Wright. You have fucking.
Jarius Wright and Torrey Smith.
Torrey
are no
Smith, right.
guarantees though.
That's
Neither
right,
one of
that's
them are
right. Yeah, we
guarantees
don't
to make
know.
the team.
I think Torrey Smith is probably going to make the team.
You just never know. I think what you saw from Damiere Byrd was multiple touchdowns and multiple facets of the game, unlike every other person on our team.
I think he might go practice squad, but I think that somebody would pick him up.
I think Cam has a rapport with him and likes him personally.
Right.
And I think that he will be on the team.
We'll see. But, yeah.
Bold predictions from the cast.
That's kind of where I'm thinking is wide receivers.
You know who we cut late, like Russell Shepard. That's a guy that's not going to be on the team.
Oh, Russell Shepard is definitely.
There's going to
he'll go back to Tampa Bay or something.
It just is what it is.
But yeah, I hope Curtis Samuel works out. But at the same time, like you can't just rely on maybe.
Exactly.
Curtis. When do we get more depth at O-line? Is that going to happen? Asks Joe Scott.
Well, we have Taylor Moton, who we saw come in on jumbo packages last year. Yep. Apparently, he's super versatile, from what I'm hearing. Apparently, Rivera said he grew a lot. He's put some weight on, healthy weight, and he's learning the playbook a little better. They said he will have an increased role this year, so that's don't worry, guys. I forgot we did re-sign Amini Silatolu for another year.
Silatolu.
I don't think
so. Everything's okay.
That we're going to be addressing O-line in an early round.
No.
Oh yeah.
Unless there's a someone that the Panthers really feel special about.
Undrafted?
No, I think probably later rounds. Okay. I might go out and get a guard or a small school tackle, maybe fifth.
Why not?
Just in case Khalil gets sniffles again.
Depth is good. We got Larson for him at least. Thank God. So we just
honestly,
need guard
people
depth.
can say what they want. I'm pretty comfortable with Tyler Larson.
Yeah, me too.
His
stats don't lie.
Yeah, I'm not. Like his run blocking could improve, but when he came in just to substitute for Khalil, like. I thought he played really well in pass protection. I thought that he looked like a young, good center, and that's what we need.
And there's key positions in football. Center is one of them, and there are certain things when your starter goes down, you immediately feel great dread. Whereas Larson makes us feel like we still have a chance,
right,
against any team.
Brandon, we already talked about Worley, but yeah, Popo came in on that one. And yes, Brandon Edders, we will be doing a room tour before the episode's over, so don't go away.
Ooh, room tour.
Well, you know, a brief tour. No naked room tour.
Well. Yeah, and let's see. Oh, ownership.
Yeah, that's not a big deal at all.
Yeah, we glossed over the TD thing, but I guess we can get into that.
We'll save that for last. Let's save the saddest for lastest.
That's so saddest. It's not that sad. CJ, the same thing.
He's not a cheater.
No, yeah. Well,
I'm on TD side.
After I talked to you guys, the owner of Fanatics, the online apparel shop,
Ruby Timmerman.
I can't
remember his name.
Teppan.
Some guy that's rich as fuck.
Tepper?
Tepper's the other guy. That's the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Fanatics was the guy that had Diddy and Steph Curry
I thought it was like Ruben
board.
something. Marco Ruben or...
I don't know. Basically...
He's not out of money though, right?
No, it wasn't the Fanatics guy. It was the Tepper guy from the Steelers.
Tepper. Yes.
Yeah, he came out and said that he is actually still in the bidding process. So it brings it back to three. Alan Testenbaum, who's the steel magnet from Canada. You have Navarro.
Debt collecting Navarro.
From South Carolina. And then Tepper from the Pittsburgh Steelers.
I
think tested
heard that. Tepper. So whatever the local businessman, the Felix Zapatas here in the Charlotte area, Zapatas, he's a businessman down here. He's out. Definitely, his group was out, but he went off to say, "I don't think Jerry should sell the team." What do you think about that, Plow?
I agree.
What's the point? Like, no, he should sell the team. At this point, you've already gone through everything. You are fucking 90 billion years old.
Yeah, right. You hate your family. I don't know what he's going to do with all the money.
10-year-old.
You are going through
it's gonna last forever.
A major lawsuit, and somebody's offering you $2.5 billion.
Yeah.
You ain't going to live long enough to spend it. Might as well control your team.
I don't...
That's why I'm going. Let me die during the middle of the freaking game.
I would rather him have a say in who buys the team.
Which he does.
Which he does.
Yeah.
If he's dead, he doesn't.
That's a good point.
So I would rather him sell the team while he's alive.
But the league is like a safety net there. They're not going to sell it to some douche.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. What do you need? Out of 24, the owners
24,
need to...
I think,
yeah, 24 need to agree, so... It's still limited what Jerry does. Jerry bought office space in the Charlotte area. He's moving shop from the stadium to someplace. apparently.
The one thing that I will say about Felix Sabatas dropping out is he was one of the guys that was really championing a new stadium down on South Carolina, North Carolina border.
Yeah, up by Carowinds.
Yeah, which is I don't understand why. Like, I understand that it's one state, two teams.
Yeah, money. That's what it comes down to.
They want their own mecca.
And how many games are, besides the 8 games here, they have put some things here, what the Rolling Stones played here once.
We have the ACC,
the Soccers, the ACC, the bowl games, Belt Bowls
the ACC
here.
Bowl, but I think that part of the allure of the stadium is you go, and especially where we sit, like, you look over
It's beautiful.
It's a gorgeous skyline.
Businessmen who are only about the dollar want their own mecca to charge $100 bazillion for parking every single they see Charlotte as a threat. Well, you can stop and get your $2 hot dog on the way to the stadium. I want you to buy my $40 hot dog.
You can park down Martin Luther King
for free. I want you to pay me $50 to park on the back row.
That's what they charge in the Meadowlands.
And it's just shenanigans. You know, they're all great. Money is. I love to make money. I love businesses who make money. It's great, but they are chasing it so much to the point where it's just fucking the people who give them all the money, and it's relentless.
I really think it's going to come down to Tepper or Testenbaum. I don't think that the NFL is going to approve.
You got something funny over there, Liz?
Brandon says bring Dez into the mix.
We can't afford him, thanks to Matt Khalil.
Yeah, we can't afford him.
Marcus Smith says hopefully the guy from Charleston gets the team. I don't know who that is.
That's Navarro.
That's
I highly doubt he actually gets approved.
Of course, we don't know, but based on what we do know.
He's made his money off of buying credit card debt and then trying to collect on that debt. And just because of the litigious nature of that business,
big word,
I think that it is unlikely that the NFL would approve him. But, hey, I've been wrong about these kinds of things.
Who's the one that is supposed to be down with Alibaba, Chinese Google, or Chinese Amazon?
I have no idea.
One of those guys. Maybe it's Tepperman, whatever.
Tepper ain't doing none of that.
Tupperware.
I haven't heard any of this.
Yeah, me neither. I don't know about that.
Maybe it's Navarro.
Who knows?
Navarro.
We'll see.
Yeah,
Probably, most likely by next show, we should have an owner, I would say. Do we think?
I would say, yeah, by next show
It is moving. We just didn't. I thought it was going to be a lot quicker, but it's. I guess that's more.
Interest is unprecedented, according to Goodell.
Yeah.
Well, he said there's even a point if he holds out, he'd even get up to $3 billion.
Well, I think that's what he was asking for.
And then no one showed up.
Yeah.
And now the bidding's shooting through the roof.
I would think
it's like when you dick around on eBay.
2.75.
Oh yeah.
Somewhere in that range.
It's going to be over.
I hope it's 2.89, and so that we can always keep that 89 in Carolina. I miss Steve Smith.
That would be the richest American franchise sale in American history.
Yet. Jerry Jones is going to die soon.
No, he's not.
Jerry Jones may die, but doesn't his son also work for them?
You don't think that the Cowboys would fetch more money?
I don't think they'll sell.
I don't think Richardson would be selling once again if it wasn't for issues with his sons.
Right.
He's got a dead one and one he doesn't, I guess.
I
don't know.
He doesn't have there's no family ties or something.
5 or 6 years ago, we assumed that Mark Richardson was going to own this team.
Yeah. I mean, shit just changes.
No, he hates his father and the family. They're not going to get
I don't know all about
I don't know if they hate each other, but I know they don't trust each other business-wise.
Yeah, something ain't right there. So, whatever. Moving on. Let's go to the... Let's keep it on the sad page. You know, we'll talk about our linebackers. We got 2 chunks of news. Shaq's getting sued. That's that one.
Yeah.
Can I show off some of my Panther stuff on this live?
I think so.
No.
Why not?
Brandon, you show off some of your stuff. You can send us
put some pictures up.
Put some pictures on the Facebook page,
and we'll go ahead and approve that and share it.
Show us one of the ones that you want to give to me.
And then in the meantime, I'm going to show you something because I've been staring at it here. Oh, it just dropped some. It's this Panther crossing.
We got that from the zoo.
I know it's backwards, but...
I got that when I was like 10 years old.
Who's this? Number 58? Is that Thomas Davis? Who's this? Number 43? Is it...
Haruki Nakamura.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Get that off there.
Nice
I thought it was
ball.
like Captain Wonderland or something. And then, of course, my favorite, Steve Smith, 89.
Yeah, with the linebackers, Shaq is currently being sued by former Weddington High School, where I went to high school, and quarterback, former Duke quarterback,
what was his name?
Anthony Boone.
Yeah, that kid.
He is being sued. Shaq dropped his phone while driving and went to go and retrieve it, crossed over the line and smashed head on.
Shaq who?
Shaq Thompson.
Shaq Thompson? I didn't know any of this.
This happened like 2 years ago.
He ran into Anthony Boone, who was not wearing his seatbelt, and now Boone is suing him for $25,000.
Which isn't that bad.
I think that is a
he was in the
reasonable
hospital, head trauma,
settlement.
lost his job.
Yeah.
Can he get back to play? I thought he was like paralyzed or something.
I mean, he wasn't playing football anymore.
Oh.
He had already graduated.
But he certainly wasn't ever going to join the
yeah,
XFL.
dude.
Yeah.
Start a fucking Kickstarter. I'll go ahead and throw in on that. 25,000 is nothing. I got 12,000 when I got
$25,000 is nothing to Shaq.
He makes that in 1 quarter.
It's nothing to me either.
So,
I'm rolling.
Jesus, can I have $25,000?
No.
Right.
But
so that's one linebacker news. Good luck in your litigation, Shaquille.
and then to start off his retirement tour, Thomas Davis will take a
Has canceled 4 days.
suspension.
Everyone knows he did that on purpose.
Listen.
He arrested for the playoffs.
Yes, that's it. And we got some thumbs up on that one, too.
Duh. You guys, I'm pretty
Tom
old.
Brady did it last year. It seemed to work,
Yeah,
right?
got him to the bowl.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know,
got him to the bowl,
if
right?
that shit hadn't been rigged, he'd have won.
But yeah, Thomas Davis will miss the first 4 games. Once we know what those games will be, we'll determine whether or not that's going to be.
Would you like some
important.
mayo on that?
Well, I'm hoping Shaq takes his place.
Is it?
We got to have a third backer.
Maybe we'll get AJ
I think
Klein back.
we're actually going to see a lot of the big nickel.
Yeah?
Yeah,
What'd you say?
bring in a
Nickelback,
safety.
the band from Canada?
Yeah,
I thought you said something else.
The Big Dickle?
Yes.
big dick.
We lost Big Dickle.
Yeah, where's
we
Big
did
Dicks?
lose Big Dickle.
Did we talk about losing
Big
big dicks?
son.
I can't
Where-
scream
where'd he
big
go?
dicks
Seattle?
anymore.
Seattle.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
fuck
that's
him.
right.
Whatever. He sucks, and we all know it. Let's be real.
Seattle sucks without
He had that
Kaepernick.
one amazing play where Cam threaded the fucking needle.
He had,
Oh, my
he had that
God.
one game,
Dude, the game. Let's talk about the
the
game.
Detroit Dicks game.
They have
Big
no
dicks Detroit.
answer for Ed Dixon. Some human being on this planet uttered those words. They had no answer for Ed Dixon.
Because I didn't know he was on our team.
What are the people on the thread saying?
Watkins Bullware. I don't know who that is.
Watkins Bullware. Bullware was that.
Brian Weaver, welcome up, man. Where are
That
you guys
was-
going in your
that was
opinion
Brian-
first
it
2
was
rounds?
Brian Bullware.
Bucket. Oh yeah,
Sammy
Joe
Watkins.
Scott, absolutely, 25 grand. Bryant Weaver wants to know where are we going in the first 2 rounds.
First 2 rounds.
I guess that would be a matter of opinion, who's there, and just what you think our biggest holes are.
That's it. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's all speculation.
It's hard to
at this
argue
point,
against
Bryant.
safety wide receiver.
And defensive end.
And defensive
Yeah,
ends.
It just-
if you can find somebody in one of those
Running back,
positions
later rounds.
Our scouting department's always typically lean best player
God, we
available.
need a Kamara. We really need a 3rd round freaking diamond in the rough. Would be so
Here's the thing:
perfect.
is Kamara was picked in the 2nd round, and
Oh, I thought
the
it was the 3rd
Saints had him as their number 1 player that they were expecting to take in the 1st round. And what's his name? Marshawn Lattimore dropped, and they saw him drop and picked him. And then somehow Kamara made it into their 2nd round, and that's how they got him. So he was a 1st round talent that just kind of
I
fell to the 2nd round.
agree with you that we need at least
You gotta have that power
mega
back.
Fresh
draft
legs and good hands, man.
One
That
mega
would just be
draft pick.
awesome, right? We just need one of these things to pop.
pick. And to be honest with you, I realize safety's a glaring hole. I do. But if it's just personal opinion, I want Cam to have a fucking wide receiver who's an actual wide receiver that can turn, just kill people.
And I agree. Here's the thing: is if there is a guy there that you believe can be a Cam Chancellor, Earl Thomas type safety, where you can just put them in and they hit the hit stick on people.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm with you.
yeah, I'm down with that. But I agree. I think that in that first 2 rounds, you have to give Cam Newton another weapon.
He hasn't had that. He hasn't had. He had Steve Smith at the end of his career, and Cam was the beginning of his career. So he hasn't had that bona fide number 1. Kelvin Benjamin, no.
I mean, Kelvin's
Funch is
best
just never
season
gonna
was
be a
what,
number
11?
one.
Did he hit 1,100 yards?
And all these
He hit
fucking guys
1,000
we
yards.
brought
Could be
in.
different. He didn't blow his was it ACL in the preseason. What are you gonna
If
do?
and butts were candy and nuts, we'd all have a Merry fucking Christmas.
Merry fucking Christmas, you bastards!
Is it Christmas?
No, it's April.
October?
I think on that note, we should talk about. We said TV.
We didn't talk much about it. It was an estrogen blocker. that he says he's been taking for years.
And Mark Sanchez got suspended for the exact same way. He said, "I've been taking this same regimen of supplements for the last 5 years."
Yeah, now all of a sudden,
and it just came back positive.
I heard Sorensen on John Boy and Billy show. He was talking about that situation. He says that those tests change year to year to try to catch people doing, just a little different things. So the test probably changed. Thomas Davis probably is telling the truth about his regular regimen, and it's just unfortunate that he happened to get the random at the wrong time.
I think that we should allow PEDs in football. I think that we deserve the best football players that science can give us.
I agree.
Hey, what is that? I think that's a Daniel Tosh quote.
Golfers can get the laser eye surgery to improve their vision, which in turn you would think has some sort of effect on their game.
Yeah.
That's PES, performance enhancing surgery.
Ooh.
So then we'll do that, man. Give somebody an extra fucking 2 arms. You know what I mean? Bigger head. Why don't we just graft the fucking uniform into their flesh?
The Shiva League.
The Cyborg League. Oh, you want to talk about all these leagues that are coming
let's
up?
just clone Cam Newton.
Yes, please. If we can have Cam in every position.
22 times.
Different hair color each Cam. That's my choice, just to make it. So I know. I like purple Cam better than magenta Cam.
I want pink Mohawk Cam.
Pink Mohawk Cam is the shit.
You might get that anyway.
I don't know. I know Thomas Davis is, he so quickly put out an emotional apology, crying on the damn TV and such. The guy is...
He's class act, dude. He's not even doing anything.
He's the heart of our
wrong.
team, realistically.
Yeah.
He just is. The heart of our city.
I'll be honest.
Classy fella.
I don't think it'll happen. But if there's anybody that deserves a statue outside of this fucking building, it's Thomas Davis. He has sacrificed everything for this fucking team.
He deserves a statue somewhere. At least maybe in Georgia, in his school or something. Bulldog Hall of Fame.
He's done way more.
And he's gonna have to keep
Bulldogs.
doing more stuff than that with the rest of his career when he's done. Him and Kelly, and they do tons of stuff in our community.
They'll work for the Panthers.
There's no doubt.
He bleeds blue.
Yeah. So TD maybe one day, at least on the ring.
I just think that the fan base as a whole is not very mad at him. We're sad he won't be in the games, but we're not mad at him.
But I'm happy he's going to miss the first 4. He's rested.
That will keep certain people out of the contention for having a statue. Granted, I think Steve will eventually get one. But the thing is, Steve had a bad break at the end. Julius Peppers left in a very bad way and came back. Thomas Davis has been here his entire career.
Right.
Has gone through 3 ACL tears, came back and became a captain in the heart of our team.
And man of the year.
There's nobody in the last decade to me that screams Mr. Carolina Panther as Thomas Davis. I love Steve Smith, and I think he's the greatest Panther of all time. But when we're talking about someone who represents the very culture and the very being of being a Carolina Panther,
he's
it's
the
Thomas
guy.
Davis.
He just is. Since Sam Mills, he took his shoes, basically.
Absolutely.
Right.
And Sam got a statue.
Yes, he did.
And was there not crossover between the two?
I would say that Thomas Davis is a better player than Sam Mills.
Oh, yeah, by far.
So, the question is, what are the qualifications for...
Won the NFC Championship with a broken friggin' arm.
Yeah, exactly. Well, he broke his arm in the NFC Championship.
Bryant needs a statue as well. So, man, this is kind of cool. We got at least all these people communicating with us during the taping of this show. So, I want to thank all you guys for watching us Facebook Live. We'll do one more quick tour as soon as we close up this show.
Not much to talk about, really. We got
What the hell was that?
It was a sneeze. Bless you.
A modified Panther roar sneeze burp.
It was a sneeze burp.
Sneeze
cough.
Snurp.
Snuff.
Snowball. We make up words here on Sunday.
Before we swear in some alien language,
Are there more fucking questions or anything?
Anything else?
Yeah, we can't read that.
Who the hell knows?
I don't know.
What do you guys think about running back from Oregon? Jay Stu, he was awesome.
I don't...
Well, so Nick Chubb.
Smart ass.
If Nick Chubb is there in the second, do we pull the trigger or
I like
pass?
his name.
Marcus
Nick
Smith?
Chubb in the second I'd take.
Nick gives me a Chubb.
Nick Chubb from Georgia. He's a hell of a power back. I like him a lot, so I'd take him in the second.
You got Splinter's pick for the Chubb.
I don't know.
Splinter likes Chubb.
I do. So, is that it?
I think that might be.
NFL should be announcing the schedule soon. Drafts in a week.
We'll talk about the other football leagues another time because it's not really important.
Go Carolina Energy.
Carolina Energy, we have a Heinz Award as part of some sort of new football league, and then Vince McMahon's coming out next year with the XFL's back. So we're gonna have lots of football. It's gonna be interesting.
XFL in the spring.
It can't be bad for the NFL because it's going to make, even though it's no threat to them, obviously, it will still make them hopefully be like take a moral inventory of how shitty they are.
It could, open up a lot of eyes to these people.
You think they steal anyone? You think that there are any NFL players who are just going to be like...
No, it'll be ex-people or other people in the CFL.
Gronkowski.
What if you're like third-string quarterback for the New York Jets?
No, you're never going to get to play.
Yeah.
Oh,
or
I know who's
perfect example, Matt McGloin. The third-string quarterback for the Panthers. What if an XFL team comes to you and says, hey, come to our camp. You get a chance to start.
Yeah, but see, the problem is they're like, come to our chance, you get a chance to start, and we can pay you $14 a day. Or you can be on the practice squad and make the league minimum $100K.
True.
So there's
True. There's always the money.
True.
So
all about the money.
Go play and lose your body and get $13, or don't play and be rich.
And don't play and get the league minimum of $500,000.
I think practice squad guys are at $60,000, but like if you are on the active roster, your minimum's $100,000. I think.
Yeah, I think the XFL that one time they split everything like $1 million between the 95 people on the team, so it didn't really go very far.
I don't know any of that, by the way. If you guys know more salary cap about how it works for minimums in the league, that's just something I remember hearing.
Mm-hmm.
But I agree. Some people want to play more than they want to be paid, but not most people.
No.
So that's a good question, and you don't know. Someone like Kaepernick, though,
that's where exactly I was going. Kaepernick could be the star
the
of
blacklisted
that one.
people.
Yes.
Here's
Ray Rice. Greg Hardy. Greg Hardy could
Greg
be back.
Hardy is actually playing in the AFL right now.
See?
He is.
No, the CFL. He's
Canadian
playing for the Rough Riders.
No joke in there.
Damn.
That messed up.
Whatever, I like Greg Hardy.
No, I'm serious. He is playing.
I like Greg Hardy.
Ray Rice is playing for the Saskatchewan Wife Beaters.
Draggers.
Not
Wife
a real team.
draggers.
Wife draggers. Wife draggers.
He only beat her a little. He dragged her more.
He definitely dragged her a lot.
Knocker outer dragger.
Yeah.
I can't fit that on my jersey.
First of all, she was tired. No, I can't. That's not even. I'm not going that route.
It's okay.
Oh, well, lots of leagues, lots of football, still off season.
Lots of pounding to do.
Yeah, lots of pounding. What are we doing? What's the draft? The May something? Oh, the schedule's coming out, right?
April 26th, I thought.
Yeah, April
All right,
26th.
so we'll do a show up and around
15th.
then somewhere, guys. Thank you for watching, letting us do this thing here.
But next week.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
So we'll be back in a
13
couple
days.
weeks, but not here, I don't think, right? Well, the baby's not due for
Till
a while.
September.
Till September.
Till September, so
Whenever
we'll
I
get one more.
get around to painting this shit.
We'll probably have a few more shows here, maybe even through preseason, maybe,
Hopefully.
Fuck it.
Okay, yeah, we'll do our best as we can.
Yep.
Unless I
But
quit.
for this show, thank you so much for watching. I'm Los Pantera.
Are you giving them a tour, you tard?
I'm going to give these guys a tour because they're watching us live, the three people
These
that are
people
sticking
get
around.
shut down.
These people get shut down.
You get
Stay
nothing.
tuned. Stay tuned for the after show so you can see what's going on in this room, which will
After show starts
At
now.
least it's a boy. It's a boy. Yeah, the after show has started.
After